High School in Galveston, Texas. This morning we have two special guests where the spotlight focuses on two different organizations. So I'd like to bring in our first guest, Gabe Rojas, and he is with the Young Life organization. Hello, Gabe.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so tell us about Young Life.
So what Young Life is it's hard to describe. It's something that you really have to go to and experience for yourself. So it's pretty much like a birthday party and New Year's party all smashed into 1 hour of fun. So we have games that we play with all the high schoolers. We have food, we have basketball, and it's just a bunch of hanging out time and playing games with our high school friends.
All right, and how long have you been with the Young Life organization?
We've been here in Galveston for going on 4 years now.
4 years, okay,
Yes.
but Young Life has been around much longer. I mean, just nationally and statewide and everything, right?
Yes, it's been around for 76 years.
Okay, but locally, you said it's only been around for 4 years?
Yes, been going on 4 years.
All right, and so how do you recruit young people to Young Life?
Pretty much, we just come to the school, we hang out with kids, we go to their games, we hang out with them in the cafeteria, the library. We're also involved in the mentoring program here at Ball High.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll come and mentor 2 to 3 kids each week. And that's how we begin to build relationships with the kids. Because, of course, they're not going to want to hang out with some random adult that, comes into the school.
Right.
So we just build that relationship. And then they start to see, like, all right, what makes you different from everyone else? And that's whenever we have the opportunity to invite them to club, which is our gathering on Monday nights.
And where is that held at?
It's held at Alamo Elementary in the gym.
Alamo Elementary in the gym, okay.
Around 6:30ish, we start getting things going.
And what age groups are usually there?
High school.
High school.
Yeah, 9th through 12th grade. There have been some times whenever some kids bring their siblings, which is cool because they'll just have fun too. They'll just play in the games. So yeah.
So it's in the gym at Alamo?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so I'm assuming you probably play basketball and other games.
Basketball, throw the football. We have some dodgeballs.
Dodgeball, I was going to say dodgeball,
Yes.
yeah.
Since we have our dodgeball tournament that we host here at Ball High coming up, the next few weeks we'll start throwing out some dodgeballs and getting them into the swing of that.
All right, so you said probably you visit the schools or come over here to Ball High, and that's kind of how you recruit students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any special stories to tell about Young Life, or just come from your experiences?
Yeah, so whenever I first started doing Young Life here was with a group of soccer kids that I actually met, just here walking around the school, and it's like a group of them, and I met them whenever they were freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the years, we've been able to take them to our camps that we have around the nation. Like the first year, we took them to Georgia at a Young Life camp called Sharp Top. And they're there for 7 days.
Is that like a summer camp or
yes,
something?
it's a summer camp. And it's 7 days of nonstop fun, playing outside and doing different activities. And just an environment where they could get away from all the distractions that they have here at home. And be away somewhere else where they could just enjoy themselves and be kids for a change. But so I've known them since they were freshmen, and now just to see the maturity in them, it's just been amazing. And now this is their senior year, and we're going to go on a backpacking trip in July, and so I'm really looking forward to that.
That sounds really cool. So how does Young Life underwrite those programs, like being able to take kids to camp or the backpacking trip?
The way we're doing it is, since we're a nonprofit, everything is by fundraising, by donors who give, because they really see the life changing that happens in these teens' lives. And Moody is the church that really helps us out a lot with campership. And if without them and of course God, we wouldn't have been able to take these kids to be able to experience things, because just the expressions that they make whenever the first time we went to Colorado, they were just in shock because a lot of them have never been off the island. And so they were freaking out whenever we were going up the mountains, and they were just like, everybody be quiet, we're gonna fall off if y'all keep talking. But just that, little things like that is just like, wow, like this is amazing. Just
our kids that have grown up in the coastal plains of Texas and flatlands are always amazed when they see mountains, right? Or even hills, and they see, maybe they go to the hill country on a trip or whatever, a couple times during their short lifetime already, but seeing those big mountains has to be a big awe moment.
Oh yeah, it truly is.
All right, so you're saying most of the funding or all the funding is probably through grants and donations and that type of thing.
Yes.
Does Young Life ever have any special fundraisers?
Yeah, we actually have a gala coming up, and we actually sent out the save the dates yesterday, and we're gonna have that at the Sea Scout base on March 23rd.
Oh, that sounds good. So it's going to be the evening of March 23rd?
Yes, it is.
And so a big gala, and that's your big fundraiser?
Yeah, that's the thing that we really, really focus on.
So I'm assuming probably there's an silent auction and all that type of thing there? No?
This is going to be our second annual.
Okay.
And so we're still like, okay, let's see what works. Last year we just had a
Got to do it once and get the kinks out.
Yeah, last year we had, this huge dinner. We had some kids from Ball High go and did like a presentation, and we had like a mini club, if that's what we call our get together on Monday nights, and just so the adults could see, like, oh, okay, this is what they're doing.
Well, before you go, I'll when we get off the air, I'll give you my card, and maybe our radio station can do something that night, because we go to events like that and do remotes and that type of thing, and it's kind of a good opportunity for everyone in your organization to stop by the remote table. We can either do it live or record it, but to kind of do a show there too. So they'll turn into a good public service announcement, long form for you all. So we'll talk about that in a little while. So anyone that's listening, a parent or an interested student, what's the best way to send a message to you or Young Life that, hey, I want more information or I want to get involved?
We do have a website online. It's younglifegalveston.org, and they could go there and they have all the information there, or my number should be on there, I believe. And if they have any questions, feel free to call me, email me. Yeah.
Okay, that's the best way they can connect with you, right?
Yep.
Or just look for you around Ball High, or can they just show up at the Alamo activity and tell us when that activity is?
It's every Monday at 6:30. That's whenever we usually get the food there. That's whenever a lot of the kids show up. So that's why I always tell them just 6:30. But yeah, it's 6:30, and it starts at 7, and so we'll be done by 7:50, 8 o'clock. Well, we should be finished.
All right. So let's bring in our next guest, Marissa Garza. She is with the Moody Methodist Christian Life Center. Good morning, Marissa.
Good morning, everyone.
Fine. So tell us about the Moody Methodist Christian Life Center.
So the Moody Methodist Christian Life Center is a place where youth basketball occurs, youth volleyball occurs. We have a walking track for our older people. We also have aerobics room. We do Zumba there. We do yoga there. We do Taekwondo there. But our main focus is the youth basketball program and the youth volleyball program that we have. And it's really, really awesome to see, young kids go out there, and then we don't necessarily force them to pray or anything like that, but we gather around a circle and we, pray before and after, every game, and that's just really cool to see.
It's just a nice, positive environment.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right, so how does a young person get involved with your organization?
Well, we do a lot of advertising through Moody Methodist. I mean, we do the newspaper, and it's most of the time it's the people who are the veteran coaches. They reach out to me because I'm in the new position. They've been reaching out to me. They came to me for just about everything. They made my job a lot easier. All the veteran coaches were really, really awesome. And like I said, we do a lot of advertising through the newspaper. We have signs. I mean, you can't miss that church. It's so big, and we have a huge yellow sign that promotes our, basketball and volleyball programs.
And tell us again, what type of activities do you all do there?
We do basketball, we do volleyball, and those are our leagues that we have. And those leagues...
Oh, they're actually leagues.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're actually leagues. And the cool thing about these leagues is that it all starts there. Like, the youth basketball program that we have, it starts from 5 years old to all the way to 12 years old. So we get that age right before they go to middle school and right before they, it's basically like a T-ball, the T-ball league for the basketball program. And it's really awesome. We set up the goals to their heights, and we change the goals throughout the days on Saturdays to accompany those, age groups.
And you're there in the nice gym at Moody Methodist?
Oh, yes. It's a very, very nice gym with a walking track on top. It's really, really nice.
Oh, I know. It's better than most schools I've seen. So yeah, it's a first class organization over there. What age groups do you primarily serve?
We do ages for the youth basketball program. We do ages 5 all the way to 12 years old, and for our youth volleyball program, we do grades 4th through 8th.
Grades 4th through 8th. Okay. So it sounds like late elementary age and middle school age is your primarily focus.
Yes, we get them right before they go to middle school, and even after during middle school for the volleyball programs.
Is there a cost associated with your program?
Yes, there is. It's a $75 fee. This covers their banquet, which we host a really nice one for them. We just had our Mardi Gras one February 6th, and there was about 400 people. So it's a lot of food. So we have a $75 fee. It covers their banquet, their uniform, and just the fees for like the host in the gym.
Right. And what would you say the number of kids that you serve?
We had about 200 basketball kids for 4 different divisions. So we're looking at 40 kids each division, basically, yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it is a very lot. Thank God for my coaches, because they handle them mostly. I just do if they're not there, I step in, or I step in to play nurse. I play, lady with the clipboard. I play janitor. You have to do just about everything over there.
So I'm assuming primarily most of your staff is volunteers.
Oh, yes. And we are very thankful for them.
Yeah, exactly. So if someone wants to get involved, to put their child in the program, how can they contact you?
They can contact me. We have a website as well, moody.org, and then you go under the ministries, and then there's a Christian Life Center link there, and then you'll see my face there and all my information and all that good stuff and all our programs there.
And I guess to wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to say about your program that we maybe have not touched upon?
My program is a great starter program. We take just about everyone, and we try to get everyone plays in our program. It's not a very competitive league, but it gets very competitive, if that makes sense. The older they get, the more competitive it becomes. Because once they start once they start getting to 11, 12, it gets really, really competitive. The coaches get really competitive, and that's what's really fun. But the younger guys, that's even just the cutest thing, and it's just amazing to see that. And to see them get better is even more awesome. We had a 7 and 8 year old. His name was Rashid, and he was just amazing. And he grew so much, and it was just really awesome to see that.
It's kind of like when I go visit elementary school, especially the younger kids. They went, "Oh, they're all so cute." Then I go, and then they grow up to be high school kids. So, yeah, kids are fun. All right, so let's go back to Gabe real quick as we wrap up. Gabe, give us your contact information again if anyone wants to get involved in the Young Life program, whether it's a volunteer or actually a student that wants to be involved.
Yeah, you can reach me. You can go to our website, younglifegalveston.org, and there should be a contact us button. Or if you have Instagram, which everybody has Instagram, it's Galveston Young Life, and you can just search us there and message us, and that's how you can get in contact.
And on the Young Life Galveston website, is there information about the fundraiser on there too?
I believe not yet, since we just sent out the save the date.
So just be on the lookout for it.
Be on the lookout.
Or they can call someone or whatever if they really want information right away before it's fully publicized. Okay, and Marissa, one more time, give us all the contact information.
You can go to our website, moody.org, and then you can also reach me at mgarza@moody.org for any questions.
All right, so thank you for being a part of it. So Gabe Rojas with the Young Life Galveston organization and Marissa Garza with the Moody Methodist Christian Life Center. Thank you for participating and being under the tornado spotlight for this edition, and we'll talk to everyone again very soon. Like where I still go like where were they? Because apparently there was multiple ones, and even back in the day there was like, okay, this one's for the whites and this one's for the black, you know, during segregation and all that. But anyway, so she's part of that family. She grew up in Galveston then, but her big claim to fame was historically she was the first female sports reporter ever allowed in a male locker room.
Wow.
So as strange as that may seem now, because you know when you turn on every sports station, whenever you know it's female reporters everywhere. Well, back up until the mid '70s, that was not true. It was an exclusive male club. It was. Then it was the factor. Oh, they may see something in the locker rooms that they shouldn't see. The provocative argument or whatever. So anyway, so she's from Galveston, and then she broke that barrier. Then interesting enough, it happened at the Astrodome when the Astros were playing the Dodgers, and it was the Dodgers that let her in the locker room. Wow. It was like late in the baseball season that year, where in that particular game, the Dodgers had just clinched the National League West. When they used to be the National League East and West, different then. So it was a big game, and she wanted the story, and the Dodgers assistant coach Tommy Lasorda, who years later became the manager, but he was assistant coach. I guess he got with the manager and just said, "Come on, let this girl in," and he just told the players, "I don't want any funny business or whatever. She's just here to do her job," and so the rest is history. So she's the one that broke that barrier. And then she had highly rated sports talk shows on the radio in Houston all through the 70s and the 80s. And she did a lot of TV work too, so continued to be a sports pioneer. And sadly, she passed away in '93. She had a brain tumor. And kind of the story goes, in '89, she was on her way to the Astros opening day game that season. She was the biggest Astros fan ever, and somehow got a message like, you need to go to the hospital now. I guess she probably had started having some sort of symptoms or whatever. Well, she had a brain tumor, so she had to have like emergency surgery. And then they said 2 days after her surgery, she was back on the air from her hospital bed doing her radio show. Wow! So it shows that grit and tenacity that she had, and determination or whatever. So anyway, the family is still around, and they live in Houston and stuff. So we had an official dedication ceremony. So that's what it's called, the Anita Martini Radio. So you can see the many reasons why she was from Galveston and a pioneer and what have you. And this is her actual signature. The family got it, and then they gifted the sign, so that's her actual signature.
That's amazing.
So that's when you see the Anita Martini. So those are her pictures back there. So up here, top, that's Nolan Ryan she was interviewing, and this is, I guess, picture when she was in the radio studio. That's Gary Carter back in the day in the Dome when he was with the Expo, and that's Earl Campbell right there.
Oh, wow.
And we kind of snicker. Look at all the. You know how equipment's digital. Before it came digital, it's big, and here we just have a little soundboard, and those pre-internet and all that. So that's there too. So pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So that on the radio show you get to sign the wall.
Cool.
And that's kind of tradition at any radio station. A lot of radio stations you don't see celebrity signatures on their walls. So you all are celebrities, go see them. So find a spot and just sign. The kids love this. When it first started, they didn't really get it because it was just, started out a few signatures. Now it's just really grown.
There you go. Yeah, that's cool.
Can I put like 12?